Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, and on Wednesday we WTF about something. And what are we WTFing about today? Welcome to Shapefixer. I'm Andrew. I'm a nutritionist and a sportsman, and I try to use science as much as possible to explain to people what they should be doing in terms of their health and their fitness. And I get some really funny comments sometimes from people. And one of the things that I heard this week that I have heard before is, oh, well, cutting out sugar might work for some people, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for me. Okay, firstly, you're not as unique as you think you are. Yes, you're unique. You're unique as a person, okay? You have your DNA, which is very specific to you. But most of your DNA is exactly the same as mine. In fact, 98.5% of your DNA is the same as a chimpanzee. So to me, it's about 99.999%. The differences are really, really tiny, and the differences do not affect fundamental processes in your body. Your metabolism, your physiology, we are all the same. That's what makes us humans, okay? You have a liver, I have a liver that has the same job, produces the same hormones and enzymes, and our heart works the same way, so our diet needs to be the same. The ideal diet for a human is the same. Now, when you talk about being different, being unique, the differences that count are really more cultural things, so to do with belief, whether it's moral, religious, social belief. And I don't mean belief as in mistakenly believing how the science works, because that's just wrong. I'm talking about ethical things, okay? So if you are religious and your religion forbids you from eating, say, bacon, well, then don't eat bacon. And that makes sense, because it makes sense to you. I don't have that issue, so I'm going to eat bacon. There will be things I don't like to eat, so I will try to find an alternative. Fine. But when it comes to being obese, being insulin resistant, being pre-diabetic, running the risk of heart disease, eating lots of processed foods, lots of sugar, not getting any exercise, smoking, drinking alcohol every day, we're not different. Those things affect us all exactly the same way. So when somebody who is obese, smoking heavily, drinking a lot, eating a lot of processed food, eating a lot of carbohydrates, not eating whole foods, not getting any exercise, says to me, cutting out sugar might work for you, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for me. What are the facts? WTF? What, I mean, really? Did you even try? I mean, that's ridiculous. That's why you're in the state you're in and are on all that medication. It's a denial. It's an excuse to carry on being lazy, and it is a denial of the fact that you are killing yourself and going to die a lot earlier than you should and in quite a miserable state. But I can't eat for you. I can't exercise for you. I can help you by giving you information, giving you ideas, making suggestions, referring you to studies so that you can understand it. But at the end of the day, it's up to each one of us to take care of our own health. And if you try to not take responsibility for your health and you go to doctors instead and say, give me some medication, that doesn't cure anything. That manages symptoms. I met a guy quite recently who was very overweight and drank a lot and had a stroke. And luckily for him, there was no long-term bad outcome. He recovered. He was treated in hospital and he recovered. And I saw him again quite recently and I said, how are you doing? And I noticed he's still very obese. Oh no, he said, I'm fine. I'm really, really healthy now. I'm in great shape. My medication works wonderfully. Okay, if you're really healthy and you're in great shape, you're not on medication. And neither do you look like that. So what he's doing is he's using the medication to mask the symptoms of his bad health and his bad diet, and he's continuing with exactly the same risky behavior that gave him the stroke in the first place. he's going to have another one, or a heart attack, or become diabetic. He's just going to. But there's nothing you can do about it. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I can try, and, you can only help the people who want to be helped. So what you need to do is two things. Firstly, take control of your own health. Learn the basics so that you are better positioned to make the correct decisions for you, factoring in your cultural, social belief factors, because those are very important to you as an individual. That is what makes you unique and special. And secondly, if you can do that and get your own health under control, people around you will see. They will see what you were able to do for yourself, and then they are more likely to ask you for advice and ask you what you did and listen to you when you start explaining it. Okay, so that's what you do. You show. You don't tell, you show. So show and then tell. Right, thank you for this. Please share this video, and thank you for subscribing to this channel and being so involved in this movement to get people to start eating a proper diet, low in sugar, high in animal products, trying to cut out the plants as much as possible, trend towards a carnivore diet as much as you can, and look after your health and sort it out and live longer and live happier.